Welcome back to ABC General Hospital Spoilers channel. Today we will dive deep into the dramatic twists and emotional turns unfolding at the 2025 Nurses Ball in Port Charles. As the grand event comes to a close on Monday, May 26, the spotlight isn't just on the final performances but on a shocking revelation that has sent ripples through the community. The Giovanni Gio Palmieri bombshell, which exploded during the Thursday, May 22 episode, has left everyone reeling, and the aftermath promises to be nothing short of chaotic. Buckle up as we unpack every detail of this heart-wrenching storyline, explore the fallout for key characters, and tease some surprising developments that could shift the dynamics in Port Charles forever. Let's start with the core of the drama, Gio Palmieri's world-shattering discovery. During a seemingly innocent moment backstage, young Gio was searching for his misplaced earpiece when he stumbled upon a conversation that would change his life. As he approached the dressing room, he overheard Lulu Spencer's impassioned voice confessing to Lois Cerullo a secret that struck like lightning. Lulu revealed that Joe's true parents were none other than Brooklyn Quartermaine Chase and Dante Falconeri, and that he had been adopted, his entire existence built on a carefully constructed lie. The weight of this truth hit Gio like a tidal wave, and though he didn't confront the duo right away, his pain was evident. Lulu, in her fervor, issued an ultimatum to Lois: either she would tell Dante the truth that very day, or Lulu would take matters into her own hands by the next. This tense exchange set the stage for an emotional explosion that no one could have predicted. Imagine the turmoil in Joe's young heart as he processed this betrayal, torn between the life he knew and the hidden roots he never suspected. The Nurses Ball stage, typically a place of celebration, became the arena for Joe's raw outburst. Despite his inner turmoil, Gio took to the platform to perform a tango number, accompanied by the elegant moves of Anna Devane and Harrison Chase. But the facade couldn't hold. Mid-performance, Gio halted abruptly, his emotions spilling over in front of the stunned audience. In a moment of heartbreaking vulnerability, he declared that the piece was dedicated to his real parents, Brooklyn and Dante, those who, in his words, never wanted him and handed him over for adoption. The gasp from the crowd was palpable as Gio, in a fit of anguish, smashed his beloved violin into splinters on the stage floor before fleeing the scene, leaving behind a trail of shocked faces and unanswered questions. This powerful act symbolized not just the shattering of an instrument, but the breaking of trust and identity for this young man. What must it feel like to stand before a crowd, bearing a wound so fresh, with no script to guide you through the pain? As we look ahead to Friday's episode, the fallout from Joe's revelation promises to dominate the narrative. A sneak peek into the upcoming show paints a picture of devastation within the Quartermaine family. Olivia Quartermaine is seen in tears, her heart heavy with the weight of the secret now exposed, while Ned Quartermaine's expression betrays a storm of frustration and disbelief. Meanwhile, Sonny Corinthos, ever the pillar of intensity, insists that Lois must hold critical information about how this secret was kept under wraps for so long. Could Lois have been complicit in shielding Gio from the truth all these years? The tension is thick, and it's clear that family ties will be tested as accusations fly. Beyond the Quartermaine clan, the preview hints at Lulu grappling with the consequences of her actions. Carly Spencer, always a voice of pragmatic advice, warns Lulu to step back before she's completely overwhelmed by the chaos she ignited. Lulu's distress is understandable. Her attempt to right a wrong has spiraled into a public scandal, and the guilt of triggering Joe's pain must weigh heavily on her. How will she navigate the blame and judgment coming her way? Carly herself isn't just playing the role of counselor, she's at the center of her own intriguing subplot. Friday's episode teases an unexpected offer coming her way, leaving fans buzzing with speculation. Could this be a business proposition tied to her ongoing efforts to secure her place in Port Charles society, or perhaps a personal olive branch from an old flame? Whatever the nature of this offer, it seems poised to bring a wave of joy to Carly's life by the episode's end, especially as the recast of Michael Corinthos, portrayed by Rory Gibson, makes his debut. This fresh face could signal a new chapter for the Corinthos family, and anticipation is high for how Rory's interpretation will reshape Michael's dynamic with his mother. Additionally, Jason Morgan receives a cryptic phone call in the preview. Could this be linked to Michael's return to the nurses' ball, heralding a grand announcement of his comeback to Port Charles? The mystery deepens as we wait to see how Jason's stoic presence will influence this reunion. Elsewhere, familial tensions continue to simmer as Willow Tate Corinthos is featured in a poignant moment from the preview, speaking to an unseen figure about ending a bitter conflict over the children. Her words, laden with hope and exhaustion, suggest a desire to mend fences, perhaps with Michael, setting the stage for an emotional reconciliation at the nurses' ball. But there's also the tantalizing possibility that she's addressing someone else entirely, maybe a mediator or even a family member with influence over the situation. The stakes are high for Willow, whose gentle nature often clashes with the ruthless undercurrents of Port Charles disputes. Will this conversation mark a turning point for her family, or will it unearth more buried resentments? The nurses' ball isn't just about family secrets and emotional reckonings. It's also a showcase of talent and resilience, though not without its hiccups. Trina Robinson is battling nerves as she prepares for her performance, a relatable struggle for anyone facing the spotlight under personal strain. In the May 26 preview, Lucy Coe is seen pressing Trina and Jocelyn Jacks about why they aren't yet in costume, hinting at their hesitation. Given their close friendship with Gio, it's no surprise that his pain might dampen their enthusiasm for the show. Yet, as the adage goes, the performance must go on, and their decision to push through or step back will speak volumes about their strength and loyalty. How will they balance their own aspirations with the need to support a friend in crisis? Stepping away from the glitz of the ball, quieter but equally compelling stories are unfolding. Elizabeth Baldwin, watching the nurses' ball from the comfort of her couch, is in for a surprise when an unexpected visitor arrives. Speculation is rife. Could this be Lucky Spencer, returning to rekindle old sparks, or Rick Lansing, stirring up past complications with his sudden reappearance? Either way, Elizabeth's evening is about to take an unforeseen turn, potentially reigniting old emotions or unresolved conflicts. Meanwhile, Max Scorpio finds a moment of relief, possibly escaping the persistent meddling of Tracy Quartermaine. The preview shows Tracy demanding to be taken somewhere urgently, likely driven by the news of Joe's revelation and a fierce need to protect her granddaughter, Brooke Lynn, from further hurt. Tracy's determination is a force to be reckoned with, but will her actions heal or fracture the family further? Next, we will delve into the seismic secrets simmering beneath the surface in Port Charles, particularly the explosive truth about Giovanni Gio Palmieri that threatens to upend lives. According to the latest whispers, Lulu Spencer is on the verge of unveiling a revelation that could erupt as early as this week, or certainly within the May 26, 30 episodes. This bombshell is set to send shockwaves through the heart of several key families, stirring emotions and challenging loyalties in ways few could anticipate. Join us as we explore the intricate web of relationships affected by this impending disclosure, predict the fallout for beloved characters, and speculate on where Gio might turn when the ground beneath him crumbles. The core of this unfolding drama centers on young Gio Palmieri, whose entire understanding of his identity hangs in the balance. Lulu's imminent revelation that Joe's life within his Bensonhurst family has been built on a foundation of deception promises to shatter the illusion of normalcy he's clung to. This isn't just a personal crisis for Gio, it's a storm that will engulf significant figures like Dante Falconeri, Brooke Lynn Quartermaine-Chase, Ned Quartermaine, Olivia Quartermaine, and Tracy Quartermaine. Each of these individuals has woven their own narrative around Gio, whether through unspoken truths or protective silence, and now they must face the consequences of a past they've kept buried. Picture the weight of this moment. A young man, already grappling with his place in the world, discovering that the very roots of his existence are not what they seem. How will Gio reconcile the love he's known with the lies that underpinned it? Recent tensions have only compounded Joe's struggles, particularly in his fraught relationship with Dante Falconeri, who is unbeknownst to him, his biological father. The friction between them flared after a harrowing incident at a beach party where Gio found Rocco Falconeri unconscious from excessive drinking. In a misguided attempt to handle the situation solo, Gio tried to sober Rocco up without alerting Dante or Lulu, a decision that could have ended in tragedy if not for Cody Bell's timely intervention. Though Gio owned up to his error and expressed sincere remorse, earning forgiveness from most, Dante remained steadfast in his disapproval. Their clash has reached a boiling point, with Dante's rigid stance casting a shadow over any hope of reconciliation. One can't help but wonder how the unveiling of their true connection might transform this dynamic. Will Dante's heart soften with the knowledge of their blood tie, or will the revelation deepen the chasm between them, burdened by years of unspoken regret? The emotional maelstrom awaiting Gio is likely to drive him to seek solace away from the familiar yet suffocating walls of the Quartermaine mansion. Once Lulu's bombshell detonates, the sheer density of family connections within the estate, where nearly every resident is tied to him by blood or secret, could prove overwhelming. Gio might crave distance not only from Dante, whose disapproval already stings, but also from Lois Cerullo and Brooklyn, whose roles in his hidden history may leave him feeling betrayed. Imagine the young man standing at a crossroads, the mansion's opulent halls feeling more like a cage than a home, each conversation laced with unspoken truths now laid bare. Where can he turn when every corner holds a reminder of a life that was never truly his? The need for space to process this identity crisis could push Gio to seek refuge elsewhere, away from the weight of familial expectations and the echoes of deception. One potential sanctuary for Gio emerges in the form of Sonny Corinthos, who, unbeknownst to both at the time, is his paternal grandfather. A recent heartfelt exchange between them, where Sonny offered his support to Gio during any trouble, foreshadows a deeper bond waiting to be forged. This conversation, occurring before either knew of their familial link, showed Sonny's genuine warmth, promising that once the truth surfaces, he'll be ready to go to great lengths for the young man. Sonny's penthouse, a stark contrast to the bustling Quartermaine mansion, offers a quieter retreat with room for a guest seeking respite. Picture Gio finding a temporary haven here, perhaps playing with Donna Corinthos, whose innocent energy could provide a light-hearted distraction from his heavy heart. Additionally, Christina Corinthos Davis might step into her new role as an aunt with open arms, offering Gio a compassionate ear and a safe space to unpack his emotions. With Sonny's protective nature and occasional visits from Uncle Jason Morgan, Gio could find a different kind of family support. One less tangled in the immediate pain of the Quartermaine revelations. However, Joe's potential move to Sonny's orbit is not without its complications, particularly where Tracy Quartermaine is concerned. Tracy has grown genuinely fond of Gio, cherishing their interactions and eager to strengthen their bond in light of the upcoming truth. Yet, her deep-seated animosity towards Sonny could turn this personal desire into a battleground. The idea of Gio seeking comfort under Sonny's roof might strike Tracy as a personal affront, igniting an old rivalry with fresh vigor. Envision the tension as Tracy, with her fierce maternal instincts, vies to keep Joe close, clashing with Sonny's equally determined resolve to shield his newly discovered grandson. This tug-of-war over Joe's trust and affection could add another layer of drama to an already volatile situation, raising questions about whether family loyalty will mend or further fracture under such strain. Will Tracy's protectiveness win Joe's heart, or will Sonny's offer of a less complicated refuge prove more appealing? Next, we will explore the electrifying undercurrents of drama sweeping through Port Charles, with a particular focus on a mysterious phone call that promises to shake up Jason Morgan's world. As the town buzzes with the glamour and intrigue of the 2025 Nurses' Ball, set to conclude on May 23, Jason finds himself at the center of a potential game-changer. This unexpected communication could unravel hidden truths, redirect ongoing narratives, and introduce fresh chaos into an already turbulent landscape. Join us as we dive into the possibilities surrounding this cryptic call, speculate on the secrets it might unveil, and ponder the cascading effects on key players like Sonny Corinthos and beyond. The heart of this unfolding storyline lies in the enigmatic phone call Jason Morgan is slated to receive on the final day of the Nurses' Ball, May 23. Amidst the glittering performances and emotional reckonings of the event, this call stands out as a pivotal moment, poised to steer current events into uncharted territory. Port Charles is already a hotbed of tension, with secrets simmering beneath the surface, so what could this communication possibly bring to light that would alter the course of existing conflicts? The timing couldn't be more dramatic. Imagine Jason stepping away from the opulent ballroom, the strains of music fading as he answers a call that could rewrite his priorities in an instant. Whether it's a whisper of danger or a long-buried truth, this moment promises to be a turning point, adding yet another layer of suspense to an event already brimming with revelations. One burning question looms large: who is on the other end of the line, and what earth-shattering information are they prepared to disclose? The possibilities are as varied as they are thrilling. Could this call be tied to the near-fatal explosion at the penthouse that almost claimed Michael Corinthos' life, an incident that left scars both physical and emotional on the family? Or might it relate to the sinister hit ordered on Sonny Corinthos during his vulnerable moment of heart surgery in Los Angeles, a dark chapter that still haunts those closest to him? Picture Jason's steely resolve as he listens to a voice hinting at answers to these unresolved mysteries, his mind racing to connect dots that have eluded him for far too long. The weight of protecting his loved ones hangs heavy, and this call might just provide the missing piece to a puzzle steeped in danger and betrayal. Delving deeper into the potential content of this call, there's a strong chance that Jason won't receive a direct name for the mastermind behind the attacks on Sonny. Instead, the caller might offer a breadcrumb, a subtle clue, or a vague direction that sets Jason on a new path of investigation. This tantalizing hint could be just enough to ignite his determination, guiding him toward the shadowy figure or figures orchestrating chaos in Port Charles. What if there's more than one person involved, a conspiracy woven through the town's underbelly? Visualize Jason piecing together fragmented information, perhaps a mention of a location or a cryptic reference to a past event, his instincts sharpening as he narrows down suspects. This partial revelation could be both a blessing and a curse, offering hope of resolution while prolonging the suspense of identifying the true threat. Sonny Corinthos, at the heart of these dangerous plots, remains a focal point of concern as Jason navigates this incoming intel. Sonny's desire to exit the mob life is no secret, a longing for peace that clashes with the reality of his perilous position. Until the identity of his attacker is confirmed, stepping away from his current world could be a fatal misstep. Rumors swirl around Jin Sidwell, a figure of suspicion who covets Sonny's territory, his name whispered in connection with the violent acts targeting the Corinthos clan. Yet, Laura Collins stands firm in her distrust of Sidwell, urging Sonny to avoid any deals with such a treacherous player. Imagine the tension as Sonny weighs his options, caught between a yearning for safety and the necessity of maintaining his defenses, all while Jason's call looms as a potential key to unlocking the truth. Will this information point directly to Sidwell, confirming the worst fears, or reveal a different, more unexpected adversary? Beyond the immediate threat to Sonny, there's room to speculate that Jason's mysterious call might pertain to an entirely different matter, shifting focus from one saga to another. While fans are eager to see the storyline of Sonny's assailant resolved, opening the door for new narratives to take center stage, this call could pivot to a personal bombshell or an unrelated conflict in Jason's orbit. One wild theory gaining traction among viewers is the possibility that Drew Kane, Jason's own brother, might be implicated in the attacks on Sonny. Years of resentment have festered between Drew and Sonny, rooted in the painful history of Sonny recognizing the real Jason upon his return while Drew struggled with his identity. Envision the gut-wrenching moment if Jason's call hints at Drew's involvement, a betrayal that cuts deeper than any mob hit. The sibling bond, already strained, would face an unprecedented test as Jason grapples with loyalty versus justice. Adding another layer of intrigue, the Nurses' Ball itself serves as the perfect backdrop for such high-stakes revelations, its elegance masking the undercurrent of deceit and danger. As the event wraps up on May 23, The juxtaposition of celebration and crisis amplifies the impact of Jason's phone call. Picture the scene. Glittering chandeliers casting light on festive gowns and sharp tuxedos, while outside, Jason stands in the shadows, his expression darkening with every word he hears over the line. The contrast between the ballroom's splendor and the gritty reality of Port Charles's darker side underscores the duality of life in this town where joy and peril are never far apart. Could this call disrupt the final moments of the nurses' ball, pulling Jason back into a web of conflict just as the curtains close on the night's performances? As we edge closer to May 23rd, the anticipation surrounding Jason Morgan's unexpected phone call builds to a fever pitch. This single moment holds the potential to unravel long-standing mysteries, whether tied to the violent attempts on Sonny's life or a shocking personal betrayal involving Drew Kane.